Good morning. So we're working with balance today. So we're going to just start kneeling or seated for a couple of breaths, and then we're just going to come up and we're going to find our balance. So come and find tall spine, shoulders up, back and down. Close the eyes. And find your lovely deep breath in and out through the nose. This first minute or so is so important just for setting the scene. And each day that you practice this, you'll come into a state of relaxation quicker. The body will remember, the mind will remember. Good. Gently open the eyes and just come and find your way to standing. So we're going to start with tree. It's usually the first balance we would put into any sequence. Balance is one of those things though, if you don't use it, it can sometimes be a challenge, but it comes really quickly. So we're going to start by taking the weight into the right foot. And then just take the left heel onto the right ankle. So that just lets this leg know that it's going to need to step up and take the weight. Now that might be balancing enough with just the toe touching down. If that's okay, you can bring it up to calf. And then you never place it on the knee because you press the leg and the foot together, and this is the weakest part of the knee. So skip the knee, or you may, which is actually the traditional place and the easiest place, is to have it up on the inner thigh. The reason it's the easiest, bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, that heart center. And the reason it's the easiest is you actually press the foot into the leg. It almost gives you something to balance on. And as you press the foot into the leg, you press the hands together. And then you just find a spot that isn't moving. And you focus your attention on that spot. The balances are great for concentration. Usually good to do in the morning rather than in the evening as well, when you've got the busyness of the day. Gently release the hands and bring that down. Good. Okay, we'll try the other side. Let's take the weight into the left foot now. Right heel to ankle. Testing out this side. Maybe coming up to calf. Or maybe bringing it all the way up to the inner thigh. Pressing foot into leg. And pressing hands together. You'll probably be able to feel all the small muscles in the ankle rolling around trying to support you, particularly if you're on carpet and you're used to doing this on a studio floor. It's much harder, but that's strengthening all of those muscles in the ankle, which is great for any kind of cross training you do, running, walking, any kind of jumping. Good, release the hands and let that come down, just shake the legs out. So if you found that a challenge, a really good way to start improving your balance is when you're brushing your teeth in the morning and in the evenings, just do one side with one knee lifted, the other side with the other knee lifted. The body will just figure itself out quite quickly. Okay, so we're going to work now with pulling the knee into the chest. So again, start by taking the weight into the right leg. Come up onto the tiptoe of the left foot. And then when you're ready, hug that knee into the chest. So you may hold behind the thigh. You may hold on top of the shin. And just work on pulling that knee up into the chest. And the other leg is continually calibrating itself. Really sit down. Good. We'll get ready to go on the other side. Taking weight into the leg, coming up onto the toes first. Again, just sending that message that it's going to need to support you. And then when you're ready, lifting knee and pulling it on in. If balance just isn't happening for you, then just come and find a wall that you can just tip into if you need to. Good. Release that down. Excellent. So with balances, you just need to persevere really, and it's one of the times when what you say to yourself is super important. So if you're falling around and you're going, oh, I know you won't be able to do this, oh, you're so rubbish at balance, well, that's the story you've told yourself, and you won't be able to balance. So just be really conscious of what you're saying to yourself, and coach yourself as if you were coaching the person on the next mat or a friend, because the way you speak to them will be much kinder and will get better results. Okay, we're going to do the sequence again, so we're going to focus the whole 10 minutes on balance today. If it's not for you and you don't like it, just redo another day, but it's really worthwhile persevering with these balances, but they're not easy. So let's go back to tree. So weight into the right leg, left heel comes to the ankle, trying calf, maybe coming up to tree, hands together, and just stay there. If I've got some more experienced people who want something more, you can turn it into half lotus. So you cross the ankle over the thigh and the hands come together. You've really got to press that ankle into the thigh to stop it rolling down. Release the hands, release the leg, shake it out. Okay, let's go the other side. So again, taking your time to build from the base. So heel and ankle, calf, thigh, or half lotus. If you're working with finding half lotus, but you find hands to heart center, but you find that the foot won't stay there, you can just work with holding it. So that will allow the hip to still open, and you can work on pressing the foot into the leg. So as you will build the muscle memory to hold that there. Release the hands, release the leg. Just have a shake out. So just let that go completely. We're not going to repeat the knee to chest. We're going to start to learn a dancer pose. So we're not going to do the full thing, but we're just going to start to learn it. So take the weight in to the right leg, and then just send the left foot back up into the hands. So you might grab hold of the toes, the outside of the foot, the inside of the foot. If it might be that the foot isn't available to you yet, and you might grab hold of the trousers somewhere. Or if it's not happening for you at all, you can grab a dressing gown cord or a tie, and you can just grab hold of the foot in this manner. So if you do need to, if it's just not happening and you need to pause it, go and grab yourself a tie. Okay, so from this position, You're then going to make the knees even. So keep the knees pressed together. And then from that position, when you're stable, you're going to kick the foot back into the hand. So you've got a stretch coming into the quadricep at the front of the leg, and you're kicking the leg into the hand to send it away from the body. This is just the first phase of dance, so we'll add the other one in. We'll add the next stage another day. Release and come on down. Okay, let's take it to the other side. So set yourself up, kick that leg up, even up the knees, and then when you're ready to move, kick the foot into the hand as the leg comes back. So it's a deep stretch here into the quadricep, probably feeling some back bend in the lower back as well. Release and come on down. Okay, just come on down to seated. I'm just going to take a couple of breaths here. Close the eyes. I just want you to spend a few moments reviewing that practice, reviewing how you dealt with yourself, whether you were kind or whether you berated yourself. Just set an intention to come back and to try again, and maybe if you were a bit tough on yourself, just use different language and see what happens. And bring the hands to the heart. Namaste. I hope you take some of that balance into your day. I'll see you tomorrow.